So I'm going to show you a really easy way of accomplishing that fiddly job of rebuilding the metering system, refitting the metering needle, spring and lever, and then resetting the lever. So you might have found this difficult until now. Welcome to the Repair Specialist channel, because knowledge is power. So first of all, what I'm going to do is get the metering needle and place that in first into the hole on its own. Okay, so in it goes. It's just gone past the gasket there, okay. And then I take the metering spring and place that in its rightful place there, in that little hole there. So it'll sit there happily. Then I'll take the metering lever and put in the pin. Okay, so the pin's in. And I'll take a look there and I can see the orientation the pin needs to be in. See there, there's less pin this side than this side, because this side holds the pin in place using the screw. So I'll put less pin this side than this side. Then, facing the front part down, I'll make sure that I bring the lever down onto the top of the spring in this area here. That there with a little circular indentation. I'll make sure that the top of the spring fits directly under there. So we'll go in like that. And now that the spring is contacting underneath that point I've just said, I'll then draw back slightly, and the forked point at the top, I'll dig down further, and then I'll push it forward in the correct position there on the metering needle there. And then I'll push down. Okay, so you can see now it's in the right place in the crevice of the metering needle. The pin is in the right place and I'm pushing it down, but you can see the spring underneath is in the right place. So now I'm holding it there. And then I'll take the little tiny retaining screw and place it around about the rightful place there. Yes, it will flop around, but we'll get the screwdriver and touch it on the top. And normally a screwdriver has a magnetic charge to something so small as this screw. So it's holding it in place for me. So I'll just then use that to put it in its rightful place and then turn it. Making sure we don't cross thread it. Now that's all in its rightful place, and we just need to make sure this is tight now. Okay, so I know I said earlier I didn't want to take this gasket off because I didn't want to risk any damage to it. But because I want to set this lever precisely at the height it should be, I will take this off, but I'll be very cautious in doing so. This side's slightly off anyway, but we'll gently pull it with my nails like that. Okay, so that's come off actually okay, and there's no damage whatsoever. So the back of the lever then, I want to set that at the right height. With this particular type of carburetor, the top of the lever has to be at the same level as this part, these parts of the carburetor body. So how do we find that out? We'll just get a straight edge like a screwdriver or this pick and put it across like that from one end to the other. And we can see when we do that, that the top of the lever is exactly where I want it to be. It's about that level. If the lever was too low, we'd simply put this pick underneath or a screwdriver and pry it upwards to bend this metal up. If it was too high, then we'd put something at the front like this pick or a screwdriver and then push down at the back of the lever to bend the metal down. This is exactly where it wants to be though. Okay, I hope you've benefited from that. Thank you so much for watching.